And our next guest is on the line to tell us about another new music festival coming to the Kootenays this July, featuring world-class country music. On the line to tell us about the first annual Kootenay Country Music Festival is Travis Pangburn. He's the president and CEO of Pangburn Philosophy, and that whole philosophy idea is pretty important to the concept of the festival as well. Good morning, Travis.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for giving us the call and letting us know.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good day here in Vancouver. It's actually not raining, so I'm able to be on my rooftop, which is super rare.
I bet.
You get better reception for the call. This is the first annual country music fest that's happening here in the Kootenays. Why now? Why is this happening this year?
Well, it's been something that my older brother, he's the big country music guy, he's been bugging me for a long time to take a look at the Kootenays for putting on a festival like this. He was raving at me for a long time about how popular country music is in the Kootenays, and in my circle growing up, it wasn't really a genre of music that we delved into too much, especially as musicians. We were playing a lot more rock back then, but we decided to take a look at this year in the fall of last year and just take a look at how well the local radio stations are doing who feature country music, and we ran a bit of an analysis on what the country music basis is, and we found that a lot of people were actually leaving the Kootenays to go spend money on music festivals specifically for country music all summer long. So, we felt like there was a hole in what was offered in the Kootenays for country music fans, and we wanted to fill that, and we wanted to do it in a big way and start the first year with two big names like Aaron Pritchett and George Canyon to kick it off, and we wanted to. I wanted specifically to make sure that we focused on being a premium festival that offered really high-end acts, as opposed to being one of those festivals that offers a massive variety of acts where you would like some and not so sure about the others. But we're bringing all proven talents to this festival.
Yeah, for sure. Your lineup's got some big names to it. And you're president and CEO of the Pangburn Philosophy. What is the Pangburn Philosophy?
Well, simply put, our philosophy is let art and science inspire. So we do a lot of speaking events across Canada. Bring in various speakers, basically based around science and expanding the mind, and that's kind of one aspect of our company. And then the other aspect is let art inspire. And I think artistic inspiration being kind of one of your sole foundations in life is really important, and I think it leads to a more fruitful life if one is artistically inspired. So, for example, when I was growing up as a young musician in Caslo, BC, I had the Caslo Jazz Festival, and I really look forward to being able to see high-caliber musicians come into the town, and I eventually played in the Caslo Jazz Festival as a musician, and it was really important to my development to have that source of inspiration for myself, and we hope that this festival is going to be a new source of artistic inspiration for the Kootenay communities and especially the youth.
Well, it's interesting that you say that people will leave the Kootenays to find country music. I know one young lady who was actually living here in town who actually decided to move to Vancouver Island because she could actually get access to more music that way.
Yeah.
Not just travel to find a concert, but she actually up and left Nelson.
Yeah, it can be tough. I was going to mention too. You guys featured when I was a young musician. I was recording some tracks and some albums. You guys actually featured some music of mine when I was young, and I just wanted to thank you guys for that. That was really good of you. That was a long time ago now, but I remember you guys being very supportive of what we were doing in our music program in Caslo. So
yeah, nice. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that we did that. Yeah, Kootenay Co-Op Radio definitely has an open door policy. We have people come in all the time with CDs and musicians traveling through town, and we do everything we can to get them on the air. Because I know that's difficult for people. Radio play is tough.
It is, yeah, and it just it really means a lot to especially young musicians when they have those opportunities. So.
Mm-hmm.
So, Travis, let's get back to focus on the festival itself. Have you organized something like this before, something this size?
Yeah, so we a lot of us have worked on Pangburn Music Festival and have helped put that festival together, and it's a huge success now. Our company managed the Malcolm Bowl in Stanley Park for 5 years, all the Live Nation concerts down there and all the festivals that come through there. So myself personally, I helped manage the Burnaby Blues Fest up in Deer Lake Park in Burnaby. So we have a lot of experience putting these festivals on, and I'm sure you can tell by our website, like we know what we're doing, and we know kind of what's required with these festivals as far as having the right infrastructure in place. Camping, transit is a big one, parking, and a big part of that is not just having those things, but managing them properly. Pre-selling parking tickets as opposed to just having a slew of vehicles show up that are impossible to manage the day of. So we've put a lot of planning. We've thrown a lot of resources into this festival, and we feel like we've put together a really good experience for our first year. And it's not only for country music fans. We have some acts that are more on the folk side, and specifically Union Duke would be one to check out if you're not a huge country music fan. But in general, the atmosphere is going to be a music festival atmosphere. We're featuring a fair for kids, which will have a bunch of blow-up castles and different things for them to do. We have a mechanical bowl for anyone who's feeling super brave.
Did you find enough horseshoes for your horseshoe tournament?
Yes, we did. So we have quite a few people signed up already, but there's still spots available. We are doing 16 teams, and the BC Horseshoe Association's been great in supporting our initiative to add this horseshoe tournament to the festival. So they're providing an umpire for us, and and some top quality players. So we hope that this will kind of turn into, like, at Castle May Days, there's the annual softball tournament. So it's going to kind of be our annual tournament in the festival grounds for the future. So we think it'll be something entertaining for people to hang out and watch. So.
Yep, horseshoes and hand grenades.
Exactly.
So who's in the lineup this year, Travis?
So we got a wide range. The old guard is being represented by Gary Felgard. He's, during his prime, he was a really well-known country music star, and I'm actually, it's one of the performances I'm really looking forward to. I think everyone should check out Gary Felgard and what he's done. You can get more information on our website. So he will be extremely interesting. I mean, everyone in our lineup, we have, like I said, Union Duke kind of representing the kind of the folk side. George Canyon and Aaron Pritchett are leading the charge. We got Danny Strong, who we added recently to the list, and she's got a great voice. Jessica Mitchell, she is just booming right now. She's released some new material lately. She's really engaging with her social media audience, which I think is so important these days. She's always releasing new material and even some material that she's just started working on. So she is a true musician, and her voice is just going to blow people away. She's got one of the most powerful singing voices I've seen in the music industry. And local girl Lisa Nicole will be performing, and she is just brilliant. She just did a big spot with Keith Urban that kind of went viral on social media. She will also be emceeing the festival, and she is so much fun, and she's just a perfect personality for this festival. So, and she's doing some other social media management and stuff. So we were so happy to be able to offer her some employment opportunity as well, because I think that's important. And in general, with our festival, we have tried Mosquito Creek is another local group that's on the list, and they play a lot of great music, a lot of the great classics, and they do it so well. But in general, we wanted to make sure we shopped locally as much as we could. For this first year and for future years, we want this festival to be something that really benefits the Kootenays in any way that we can. So, I really encourage people to go to our website and check out KootenayCountryFest.com to take a look at the artists. And these people that we've brought on to perform they're all true artists to the purest form. So that was really important when we were looking at who we wanted to feature in our first year.
Well, it sounds like the lineup is definitely Canadian, if nothing else.
It is, yeah, for sure.
It sounds like it's going to be a great thing. We need to wrap up here so we can squeeze in another country song for our listeners. Travis, thanks for taking the call. We're going to give folks the details here. The Kootenay Country Music Festival happens at the Pass Creek Exhibition Grounds. That's on July 1st and July 2nd. That's Canada Day long weekend this year. Headliners George Canyon and Aaron Pritchett, and you can find out more information. Again, Travis, what was the website? Kootenay Country Music Festival?
It's KootenayCountryFest.com.
KootenayCountryFest.com. Great. Looking forward to hearing some great tunes this summer. Thanks for taking the call again, Travis.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on.
Okay. You bet. Our pleasure.